All right, let's talk about a real workhorse in the shop, the drill press. Now this thing is an absolute beast. Yeah, it's got tons of power. But the real reason you want one, it's all about precision. And getting that precision, well, that means doing it safely. So let's get right into it.
Think about it. With a handheld drill, you're just kind of hoping you're straight, right? You're relying on your own steady hand. But a drill press, man, that gives you perfectly straight 90-degree holes every single time. And you can set the depth to exactly what you need and do it again and again. Honestly, this is the kind of control that takes your work from just good to great. So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover the really important stuff before you even power it on. After that, we'll get into setting up the drill, actually making that perfect hole, and finally, what to do when you're all done, the after-drill checklist.
Okay, so first things first. Before we even touch the machine, we need to talk about the most important piece of safety equipment in the whole workshop, and that's you. Seriously, real safety starts way before you even think about flipping that power switch.
You know, the biggest, scariest danger with any tool that spins is getting tangled up in it. I'm talking about rings, necklaces, hoodies with strings, even long hair. It can all get snagged in a split second. So, rule number 1, before you even walk up to this machine, make sure there is absolutely nothing loose or dangling that it could possibly grab. Now, I know this one seems super obvious, but you'd be surprised how often people skip it. Your safety glasses. Look, a little piece of wood or a metal shaving flying off at 100 miles an hour doesn't care that you're just drilling one quick hole. But your eyes? Oh, they care. So let's be clear, this one is completely non-negotiable. Always.
And speaking of things flying around, let me ask you something. What do you think is the single most dangerous projectile in the entire workshop? I mean, what's the one thing that can really fly off this machine and do some serious damage? It's probably not what you're thinking. It's not the workpiece, it's not the drill bit. It's this, the chuck key. Yeah, this little thing. If you leave this in the chuck and hit that power button, it doesn't just fall out. It becomes a missile, a piece of metal shrapnel launched across your shop at a terrifying speed. So if you remember one thing today, make it this. Never, ever turn on the drill press with the key still in the chuck. Just make it a reflex. The second you're done tightening, it comes out.
Okay, so we've got ourselves sorted out. Now we can actually turn our attention to the drill press itself, and you're about to see how a safe setup is also a perfect setup. Every little thing we do from here on out is going to make sure you're safe and that your work comes out looking fantastic.
It's just a simple 4-step process, really. First, you pick the right bit for the job. Second, you get it in there and tighten it down really well. Third, and I'm going to say it again because it's that important, get that chuck key out of there right away. And fourth, you set the right speed for the machine.
Now when it comes to speed, faster isn't always better. Not at all. Here's a super simple rule to live by. The bigger the bit or the harder the material, like metal or hardwood, the slower you need to go. If you try to blast a big hole through steel at top speed, you're just going to burn up your bit and create a really dangerous situation. So always match your speed to your material and bit size.
So, what about drilling to the right depth without going too far? Well, you've got a couple of options. The quick and dirty way is a little piece of tape on your drill bit. It works as a visual cue. But the real way, the professional way, is to use the depth stop. It's a physical stop that makes it impossible to drill too deep. It guarantees accuracy every time. For precision, yeah, the depth stop is your best friend. And you can see right here how it works. It's pretty genius, actually. You just spin these 2 nuts on the threaded rod to where you want them. Then, as you lower the drill, the mechanism hits those nuts and just stops. Dead stop. It can't go any further. So simple, so effective, and absolutely essential if you need to make a bunch of holes that are all the exact same depth. All right, you're ready? The machine's ready. Let's make some holes. This part is all about using the right technique, being aware of what's happening, and following one golden rule that you can never, ever break. And here it is, the big one. The one rule you absolutely must follow when this machine is running. Always clamp down your work. No exceptions. Think about it. If that bit suddenly grabs or binds in the wood, and that wood isn't secured, the motor's not going to stop. The wood is going to start spinning. And a piece of wood spinning at 1,000 RPM is basically a weapon. So please, always clamp your work.
So how do you clamp it? Well, there are 2 main ways you'll see. For something flat, like a board, a quick clamp like this is usually all you need. It's fast and easy. But for smaller stuff, or maybe round stock, a drill press vise is the way to go. It gives you an incredibly solid grip. The key is just to make sure that whatever you're drilling, it's not going anywhere.
Okay, I need you to remember a number. It's the most important number for this whole process. 3. 3 inches. I want you to picture a 3-inch invisible force field all around that spinning bit. Your fingers, your hands, they do not cross that line while the machine is running. Ever. That 3 inches is your safety zone. It's the difference between being in control and having a very, very bad day.
Here's a pro tip you're gonna love. You ever see people put a piece of scrap wood under what they're drilling and wonder why? Well, look at this. Without that backer board, when the drill bit punches through, it just rips the wood fibers on the bottom, leaving this ugly splintered mess. We call that tear out. But with the scrap wood there, it supports the fibers and you get a perfectly clean hole. Plus, hey, you're not drilling into your nice drill press table.
Okay, but what if things do go wrong? The most important thing is not to panic. Let's say your clamp slips and the wood starts to spin. Your gut reaction is going to be to reach out and grab it. Do not do that. Just hit the off switch. Let the machine spin down on its own. Or what if you see smoke coming from the hole? That's a clear signal you're even pushing way too hard or your speed is way too fast. Just ease up, let things cool down, and maybe lower the speed a bit.
And there you have it, a perfect hole. But wait, we're not done yet. A real pro knows that the job isn't finished until the cleanup is done and the area is safe. So let's quickly go over the after-drill checklist.
Okay, 4 quick things. 1, wait for that bit to come to a complete stop on its own. Don't touch it. 2, remember that bit just did a lot of work. It's going to be hot, so be careful. 3, clean up. Use a brush or a shop vac to get rid of the chups and sawdust, not your hands. And 4, put your tools away. The bit goes back, and especially that chuck key. Leave the machine clean and safe for the next person.
You know, when you boil it all down, all these rules are about one thing: respect. Respect for the tool, respect for its power. Great work, true craftsmanship. It isn't just about making a perfect cut. It's about having the discipline to do it the right way, the safe way, every single time.
So, there you have it. We've shown you the path. You know the rules now, but there's a huge difference between knowing the path and actually walking it, right? The real trick is to practice this stuff until it becomes second nature, until it's just a habit. So I challenge you, on your very next project, make safety your #1 priority, and then do it again on the one after that.